I remember when the first school denied us the opportunity to help them, even though we were there to help them. From that point to a point where we have today transformed more than 100 schools, in fact. I am Maitreyi Jichkar and I am the founder of Zero Gravity. We are a social impact organization. We do a project called the Happy School Project, where we renovate government school buildings which are in extremely bad conditions, and we transform them into these beautiful, inviting learning spaces. So I draw a lot of inspiration from my father, late Dr. Shrikant Jichkar. Of course, he was one of the most educated persons and he was a very celebrated politician, and he has got a lot to his credit. He used to say a very beautiful line that in life you should always strive to give maximum happiness to maximum number of people. That line is like a purpose that I consider. To start Zero Gravity, I started building this idea inside me since school. I just knew that I want to keep making people happy. It was that simple. When you're a child, that is the only way you think about it. I want to make people happy. Now, how do you do it? It could be as simple as giving someone a compliment, but then it could also lead to work that is deep-rooted, that actually changes someone's lives in so many other ways. As a person, I have always been very intrigued by spaces, and I believe that a person's environment, living environment, learning environment, working environment affects that person's personality and his behaviors, his psychology, and his approach towards his work, or if he's learning something. Largely in government schools, if you go, the conditions are extremely alarming only. So if you see how a learning environment for a child should be, these schools are not fit. The infrastructure is not even close to 10% of how a child should ideally learn in the kind of environment that any child deserves. The condition of the building is in a very dilapidated state. If we take basic comfort, missing. Lighting, ventilation, not proper. Conditions of toilets are very bad, to a point where girls often go home all the way to use the washrooms because the conditions are that bad. More than 65% of children are studying in these government schools. Teachers don't feel like they are not encouraged enough to do something over there, because how will you start feeling if you're standing in a dull, dark room every day? So you look at your job like it's a job, and then you want to go home. But you're a teacher. Your job is not just a job. It is one of the most important jobs. So these conditions impact everything that happens in a school. When we visit a school with our team, we first try and gauge what is to be done. We define our scope of work. First, we decide what repairs we have to do, any civil intervention if that is to be done, any material procurement that needs to be done, like furniture or electrical work, fans, lights, everything. We design how we are looking at transforming this space completely. We integrate the concept of building as a learning aid, and all the artwork, all the graphics is then created. They are children, colors and pictures and a colorful learning environment is something that triggers their imagination. They enjoy this. They also feel that it's a dignified learning environment where they are studying. It makes me very happy every time I visit a school after the work is done. Just looking at the faces of the children and the way the teachers are now approaching their own work, plus somewhere leading to innovation, trying to innovate in their own styles of how they are running these schools, and how multiple other schools are trying to copy and match the standards of the schools that we have done. Even though this might feel like a cosmetic change only, but it is so much more than that. It leads to so much more. So we have worked with so many schools where we started with 20 children and it has gone to 150 children in just a session. All we did was make the school inviting enough, colorful enough, and all these children are coming from extremely underserved communities. And when they look at their own school, they are able to think that my school is also not any less than any other private school out there. My dream is that no one should shy away from putting their children in a government school. Eventually, we should make a policy level change where we set a framework like this is the minimum standard that every government school in India should look like. Fortunately, a lot of school leaders like principals and teachers have tried to not only maintain the standard but they have tried to better that standard, and that is our eventual goal.